Russia dreamed that Ukraine would be left in darkness. Their missiles flew and continue to fly at thermal power plants, hydroelectric stations, and simply at residential buildings. If at the beginning of the full-scale war, it seemed like there was nowhere to hide from Russian missiles. Now all Ukrainians confidently say our air defense crews are gods. Together with Western air defense systems, they accomplish the impossible every single day.
Come on, 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 got it.
Which surface-to-air missile systems are helping to shield the Ukrainian sky from Russian missiles? And do we have any of our own developments? We'll talk about this and more in just a moment. Topping our air defense ranking, of course, is the Patriot, the main powerhouse of Ukraine's air defense. The surface-to-air missile system began development back in 1963, but it was only adopted by the US Army in 1982. And to this day, it remains one of the best SAM systems in the world. And the 24 countries that have it in service can attest to that. You might think that its age should be showing by now and that the Americans will soon retire it, but that's not the case at all. The developers are constantly improving the SAM system. Moreover, according to them, they have plans to upgrade the system for several decades to come. The last major modernization of the Patriot, when it was almost completely redesigned, took place in 2001. It was at that time that the change occurred, which is now saving the lives of millions of Ukrainians. The American became capable of intercepting ballistic missiles. It can destroy such targets at a distance of up to 50 kilometers with a maximum engagement altitude of 24 kilometers. The Patriot operates as a battery which consists of a ground-based radar, a command post, a support and communications vehicle, and 4 or 8 launchers. Depending on the type of missiles, the ammunition load can vary from 4 to 16. The Patriot has become beloved around the world, in particular thanks to its versatility. The air defense system can simultaneously detect and identify more than 100 aerial targets and continuously track 8 of them. Another advantage is that the American is capable of firing at several targets at once. Since we're talking about air defense systems capable of shooting down ballistic missiles, we simply can't help but mention another such system. However, it's still not exactly known whether it has actually shot down any ballistic missiles. We're talking about the SAMPTI. This system was developed by the European consortium EUROSAM. The air defense systems testing was completed in 2006. However, immediately after it was adopted into service, the developers had already planned upcoming programs to modernize the system. To destroy targets, the SAMPTI uses the Aster 30 missile. If the system needs to take down an aircraft, it can do so at a distance of up to 100 kilometers. If the defense system detects a ballistic missile in the airspace, it can intercept it at a distance of up to 35 kilometers. The maximum altitude for target destruction is up to 20,000 meters. This is less than that of the Patriot. However, the advantage of the European air defense system is that it requires minimal reaction time. It also has a high rate of fire. Just think about it. The air defense system can launch 8 missiles in just 10 seconds. Another notable feature of the system is its radar, which is responsible for scanning the area, detecting and tracking targets, as well as guiding the missiles. Thanks to its technology, it can simultaneously detect up to 130 targets and track 10 of them at the same time. The next air defense system we're going to talk about combines the very best from both European and American developers. The Raytheon company, which also developed the American Patriot system, as well as the Norwegian firm Kongsberg, contributed to the creation of this complex. By the way, this system protects the White House. Of course, we're talking about NASAMS. It was adopted by the Norwegian Air Force in 1994. However, just like the Patriot, NASAMS is constantly being upgraded. The latest generation, NASAMS 3, only appeared in 2019. The improvements made it possible, among other things, to use the extended range AMRAAM air missiles. However, the Norwegian air defense system uses different munitions for different tasks. A standard AMRAAM missile can shoot down targets at 20 to 25 kilometers. The AMRAAM air, mentioned earlier, can hit targets within a 40-kilometer radius. NASAMS also has missiles that are ready to engage aircraft at distances of up to 100 kilometers.
It responds within 10 seconds, so the operational cycle from detecting or tracking a target based on targeting data to launching a surface-to-air guided missile takes only 10 seconds. It can, in most cases, be brought to full combat readiness quite quickly. Typically, it takes anywhere from about 3 to as much as 15 minutes to switch the system from, say, a marching position to a fully combat-ready state.
Like other SAM systems we've talked about, NASAMS operates in a battery. That means 9 or 12 launchers. Each system can hold 6 missiles. So in total, that's 54 or 72 missiles. And now you'll be surprised, NASAMS is capable of launching all these missiles in just 12 seconds. Another top-tier SAM system in service with Ukraine is the German-made IRIS, or IRIS-T surface-to-air missile system. This is the newest SAM system in the world. Its story began with the development of the IRIS-T missile. It was adopted by the Bundeswehr in 2005, but the final tests of the system, itself starting with the short-range SAMWER, only completed in 2020. Why do we talk about what we first imagined? The thing is, this system comes in different ranges and as a result has different designations, IRIS-T SLS, SLM or SLX. The last letter in these abbreviations indicates the range. We will be talking specifically about the SLM, that is the medium-range SAM. After all, it is this system that is defending the Ukrainian sky. This system is capable of shooting down airplanes, armored helicopters and drones, as well as cruise missiles. IRIS-T can engage these targets at a range of 40 kilometers and at altitudes up to 20 kilometers. IRIS-T also operates as part of a battery. There are 3 launchers in total. Each system has 8 missiles, which means 24 per battery. In addition to the launchers, the battery is equipped with a unique radar. IRIS-T can operate with different radars, from German radars capable of detecting targets at a distance of 250 kilometers and tracking more than 180 objects, to Norwegian ones, which have a full 360-degree coverage angle. We will conclude our ranking with a unique and promising air defense system of Ukrainian production. De jure, it exists only on paper. De facto, anything is possible. We are talking about the kill chain system. It became widely known in 2021. It was then that Yuzhnoye Design Bureau announced its readiness to begin work on creating an innovative anti-aircraft missile system. And just a year later, the Russians even tried to steal information about this development from us. So why were the Russians so interested in kill chain? It's simple, it's extremely lethal and capable of destroying both ballistic and aerodynamic targets at great distances. And compared to the Patriot system, it's also inexpensive.
Kill chain can also be compared to the purchase of Patriot systems. If you put the cost of a Patriot system on one side of the scale and on the other side about 5 or 6 units of our anti-aircraft missile system.
But let's get back to the main point, the range. Kill chain has different engagement ranges for different types of targets. If we're talking about ballistic missiles, the Ukrainian system is capable of shooting them down at a distance of up to 44,000 meters. The engagement range increases to 130 kilometers if the target is a supersonic fighter. And if a subsonic aerodynamic target enters the airspace, there won't be a trace of it left at a distance of 280 kilometers. However, kill chain can see even farther. The air defense system detects and tracks an aerial object as far as 400 kilometers ahead. Another very important point is that Ukraine will even be able to counter invisible aircraft. Not in the literal sense, of course. We're talking about combat vehicles built with stealth technology that are virtually undetectable by radar. To shoot all of this down, Killchain has an impressive arsenal. The system includes up to 6 air defense missile units. This allows it to shoot down 16 aerodynamic targets at once, or 12 targets, 6 of which can be ballistic. And something extremely important, the system protects its crew. Operators can control the air defense system remotely. Just think about it from several dozen kilometers away from the front line.
The hearts, the command posts, are unreachable for the enemy. There are several such hearts, and some of them are located in virtual structures in the cloud. It is almost impossible to destroy such an automated combat control system with conventional lethal weapons.
Ukraine has probably assembled the best air defense systems in the world. The only thing missing, perhaps, are the Israeli ones. The downside is that there still aren't enough of them. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky stated that to fully protect Ukrainian airspace, another 25 Patriot systems are needed. We hope that in the near future, Ukraine's allies will be able to find additional air defense systems for our country, and we'll be ready to tell you all about it. So give our video a like and let us know in the comments which other weapons you'd like to hear about. And be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new episodes of Arsenal.